your chosen before. Just in case you think that I'm still biased, I want you to think of one country in the world now where people are coming to Jesus Christ at a quicker rate than any country in any time in history ever. And that is China. Without big mass meetings, without videos, without tape recordings, without many Bibles, we know of villages and churches where 100 or 200 or 300 are still sharing one Bible. Nobody's been to Bible school. Somebody who's known Jesus for 3 months may be the next evangelist. And the evangelist's job is to walk to the next village and tell them what he knows of Jesus. And he may only have ever read 4 verses. He's certainly never been to anything like this. Oh, don't you think heaven would be such fun for them? Oh, I'm so looking forward to it for them. You know? It's like the men I've met in prison, in Hong Kong, the ones who are on death row, who will never come out. The ones who've come to know Jesus inside. They've never been in a meeting with more than 3 people. They've never had the fun like you here. You've got a taste of heaven on earth. To be singing with the saints now. And to catch some of the strains of the songs that the angels are singing. We have a taste of heaven. Oh, what fun heaven will be for those people who only ever have met in 4s or 5s. And some who can't sing loudly because their neighbors have taught to live home on the Christians. But look and see what a rich country China is. For they are rich in faith. They are poor in the things in which we can't riches. But they are rich in faith. They have been chosen to inherit the kingdom of earth, kingdom of heaven on earth. Here are some statements from Letter 2, which probably some of you would know was a meeting which was held last July in the Philippines, and as the follow-up to another meeting held some years earlier in Lausanne, in which many missionary organizations and churches and nations and evangelists joined together to pray and to seek the Lord as to how we might together reach the world. I think the target date is the year 2000. I can't help feeling we're all aiming at the wrong year, but still. Here are the figures. The world's population will surpass 6 billion by the year 2000. More than 2 billion people are still unreached with the gospel of Jesus Christ. Okay, once we got any more statistics, I am going to get a box of chocolates. I don't understand these big things, you know. I read these big numbers and I really just want to watch a movie. Over 1.5 billion people. This might touch it more. Over 1.5 billion people, 1/3 of the human race, are destitute, lacking the basic necessities for survival. A third of the human race, I bet you believe that's not true, but they wrote it, they're a reputable bunch. I think they did their homework okay. 1/3 of the world lacks the basic necessities for survival. 1/3? I was talking about ministry to the poor in a certain country once, well, twice actually, and the ministers very kindly came up to me afterwards and said, "Jack, would you please not go on with this? this is not the right time for our people to hear this. Because they're not very rich here, and they're all doing their best. They keep watching television advertisements about Ethiopia and this country, that country. You want to lay a guilt trip on us? And they said, no, I can't lay a guilt trip on anyone. I only want to show you what's in Scripture. What you do about it is your business. And it's certainly my business. What I do when I read Scripture, that is my business. And if my heart isn't clear before the Lord about what I'm doing, with my time, with my resources, with my money, with everything I've got, I have no right to speak to you. But 1/3 of the world lacks the basic necessities, the survival. And a large part of the church seems to be involved in praying for better cars. It seems that you may even specify the color. It seems that you may claim what you've decided you need. I don't mind if you claim what God has designed for your future, that you may do the work of the kingdom. I don't understand claiming what I think I need. I'm awfully afraid I might get it. I only want what God will give me to give away. But the world knows to know Jesus. And they are watching Christians. They are watching Christians. And they'll watch you lot. And if your neighbors know that you came to a conference of this kind, they're going to be watching you. Oh, that whole family went off to a Christian camp. You know how they treat their children? Oh, that whole family went off to a Christian camp. You've seen their 3 cars? Christian. The world has some kind of understanding about how Christians ought to behave. I'm sorry about this, but they do. And do you know what the world is waiting for? They're waiting for Christians who feed the poor, open their homes to the homeless, take the clothes off their back for those who have none. Why do you think that one of the most respected people in the world today is Mother Teresa? It's because she lives the gospel. And whatever you think of her doctrine, she lives the gospel. And through the way she lives her life and ministers to those dying people on the streets, the heart of Jesus, millions more in every other country in the world are reached with the gospel of Christ. You see, this is ministry to the poor. You see, the reason I say it's the quickest way to reach the world is that if you minister to the poor man, everyone else gets ministered to as well. That's how it works.